Although I have seen the federal system commit murder of innocent Americans, bystander murder, and organized human trafficking, I'm not an expert on domestic terror. For example, I'm not working with the IRS. I don't know how various factions trace each other's bank accounts looking for people to terrorize, extort, blackmail, and steal from by various scams and so on. I don't understand how any of those things work. I am a novice to anthropology about American culture. I don't propose that I know great secrets of the American Association of Anthropology, but I do bear witness to the way that the Zionist army robbed the museums of Pittsburgh, tortured me, and the role of the NAACP in the suffering of Gaza, which is very, very dark. The claim that the NAACP guards our civil rights or anything like that is absolute hogswash. They're experts in all the IRS stuff. They live by the rules of Las Vegas. They lie to the face of anybody they target. They are shameless, and it's moronic to ignore the evidence that AIDS was a Peter Gabriel war game that was pulled off with the help of Tune at Carnegie Mellon University. I opened an envelope from 1975 in front of witnesses in context that said this is mascara or black blood. And it was all endorsed and promoted by the NAACP in the name of someone they said was an African warrior of the ancestors leading the JDL, whose picture was of Joseph Goebbels. This is not anything other than the counter foundations of education that came out of the Zionist mafia, working with Putin at the University of Pittsburgh and Mellon Bank. It can all be corroborated. You look at Will Zell, he talks about the scheme to transform the human race by injecting the blood. He talks about Joseph Goebbels being his idol. And he has clearly designated the Green Party representative of the Two Virgins Pussy Ball game that Shifty and his fan base in Seattle put together for the triumph of the Black Dong. And this was clocked to the AIDS epidemic. They can't stand. They tear the carpet. They're rubber hatters when it comes to the privacy of others. They can't bear the idea of the privacy of others. They can't, it drives them insane. Two Virgins Pussy Bowl was set up with the help of Migno Wen Shum and the usual crowd from Mount Lebanon, like David Cohen. They had used a girl named Dee Dee, symbolically representing Nazi Germany. And Bibi and Dee Dee set forth to seduce the little human rights activists to show that the square root of all sex is the swastika in their mindset. The women laughed about it as a joke. They were taking the birth control pill. They were sleeping around. They didn't care about any of that. That they thought it would be funny to put on Peter Gabriel's war game at Carnegie Mellon as Godspell espionage and then interrogate the sincerity of what they called the lapper, who they dragged through glass. And then Seattle said, no, we won't help you as an advocate for deaf people because we help women who are abused, not little queer balls. And then Jeannie got raped. And they said, okay, baby, you can come, and we promise you protection from abuse. And they set me up with a woman who wrote a book called Enough But Not Enough, meaning in the mind of Jay Inslee, before COVID and sub COVID, we were going to be hypnotizing gays to the idea that Muslims hate them and to stick with the Jews and get that queer vote because Ono has the Trump if he could have saved John Lennon. John Lennon was the Trump in the deck of getting the victims to side with their own killers. And it was a George Romero movie. He made Night of the Living Dead. His daughter is named in the script. An Exorcist crowd. Bursting is the name from The Exorcist. And they said, we'll give you protection from abuse. Okay, so protection from abuse means we only rip our murder Shannon Harps and poison you in the mouth. We only give you diabetes and Parkinson's. It's enough, but it's not enough because we have Yoko Ono's injection needle. We have Yoko Ono's injection needle, and we're going to get the virgins. We're going to get the virgins. And this is Tacoma, Washington, something in the water here or something has led them into this idea that this mystique of their super story from Venus Gabriel Real World is honor, not disgrace, but honor. And they say it's because lovers' secrets are an act of war. Oh. Has anybody ever thought to give Aaron Dixon a rag he can chew on or something? And that's a pretty sad mentality for somebody who's presumably advocating for the 60s.